Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to explain how to transfer your host connected USB devices into virtual machine. It's a guest machine. So most of the time, normally I used if I am using Black Arc, which we explained in previous video how to install. So in the field trip, you will scan the Wi-Fi's around the companies to your editing, Wi-Fi editing or any security edits. So we will scan those Wi-Fi's. So you need to connect your USB adapter, Wi-Fi USB adapter into your guest host machine, then present it into guest machine. So I received some comments about the previous video. They struggled to present their host USB adapters into the guest machine. So I'm going to show you why normally users will face that one. The problem is when the in Linux, when normally user install the VirtualBox, it installs it using a sudo account or user account, and the process will create the separate group for the VirtualBox to run the process behind the screen. So when it create the group, not nobody's part of that group except VBox users itself, the services running using that account and group. So the first thing when you see that when you're trying to add it, go into settings. When you're trying to add it, you will see that here no USB devices available. The reason is you do not have permission to present your USB devices into guest environment. So what you have to do, you have to add your user account, whichever user account you are running VirtualBox. So you have to add that user account into that VBox users group. So if you can check that are you part of that group or not, just type ID. So you see that you are part of this is your user ID Ricky, and your group identifier is users. You in the previous video I explained that when we are creating that account how we did that, and also I'm also part of that this group. This is the group we created during the time, and this is my secondary group. And also we explained that we when we creating that user account, we put that user account into the wheel group also, and here my Ricky user account is part of that VBox users. That's why I can see that all the USB devices which is available on the host machine, so I can present them into my guest machine. So this is the main reason people not able to see. So I'm going to show the commands how to add that user into that group, and also I'm going to show you how to remove also. So there is two methods to you can add and remove. Yeah, the first thing I'm showing, you have to add using sudo user mod and say capital G. This is capital G is your secondary group. You need to part of that group. So VBox users and then username Ricky. So password for Ricky. So I got those permissions to add that. It must be sudo permissions. That's it. That's the only command we need to type. Yeah, it will add that user into that user group. But we add part of that group already, so it won't display any message. And another method is GPassword minus a. Minus a means add. If you put minus d is delete. Okay, Ricky VBox users. So that's it. So you see that G password VBox. Sorry, I put typo mistake here. That's it. VBox again. Sorry, I'm extremely sorry about these mistakes. Okay, permission denied. So you have to use your sudo to do that. adding user Ricky to the group VBox users. It displays that, but we are already part of that group. So you have to add that and restart your host machine. Then it will affect the user permissions. Then you can open the VirtualBox again. You will see all the command, all the things presented into the guest machine. And also I'm going to show you another thing here. Once you presented the guest machine, some users not able to install the drivers. Normally we use Alpha. I'm using Alpha cards, Alpha 8812 AU card. Okay, it shows I'm using images. We go to images. This is the card I normally use to scan the networks. This is the card I connected to my host machine at the moment. So you can see that here. If you go to the terminal, if you type lsusb, sorry, the command is not, you need to use sudo lsusb sometimes. Sorry, I am not installed that command, USB command. So for that you have to use pacman sudo pacman -s usb utils. You need to install USB utils. USB utils will find out all the USB devices whatever on your machine. So ls usb, so it will display all the USB devices which is connected to your host machine. You can see that this is my everything Dell Birkapo and everything display link VI Labs. This is the one I am using. This is chipset is Realtek 8812AU. So this is the LAN wireless LAN adapter. So sometimes people will, when you upgrade from kernels from one to another higher kernels, you will see some issues. So normally I use DKMS to install those drivers. So here I'm going to show you that. Here go to this one and USB. I'm presenting this one. This is my Wi-Fi which is connected to my host system. You can see the top right hand side. This is disconnected from host and connected into guest now. So if we connected into guest blackout, which is we are using, okay, we are logged into blackout. So here you can see that that is connected here. You can see ls usb here. So that's the same adapter with the same MAC address. You can see here everything is displaying here. You can also check is that actually working or not. So if you click that this one, you see that all the Wi-Fi is displaying here. More networks. You see that it's a powerful adapter. It will track so many networks. Actually, normal if you use a normal network, you don't see this many. Normally, if I use my laptop, I won't see this many Wi-Fi's. But this adapter will scan high range. It will scan more range than the normal adapters. So to sometimes you struggle with that, but in Arch Linux you have simple thing. If you go to add remove programs, yeah, you just type RTL8812. You have I installed already. You will get all the kernel drivers here. If you type RTL8812 for all the kernels, I install this one. So in Arch Linux is very easy. But if you are in Debian or any Ubuntu or Debian anything, there is a simple commands I will suggest here. You must install first git and dkms needed. So what is that command? It'll do, it will install git. Normally we use the git for a lot in Linux, and also dkms. This is dynamic kernel module software, dynamic kernel modules. Okay, these are independent to the Linux kernel. Is outside the it is outside the distribution, so it will it will compile the drivers for every kernel. Whatever the kernel is available on the machine, it will compile the drivers for your kernel. So that's why I suggest, if you are using other machine like Debian or anything, I experienced this issue on my personal laptop when I upgraded from 4.19 LTS kernel to 5.4. So this helps me a lot actually. So the first thing you need to install sudo pacman git dkms needed. This is whatever needed for your dkms from your kernel. It will install all the drivers, all the software whichever is required with the dependency. Then I'm not installing, it's already installed. If you see that involved operation needed, sorry, I didn't put -s here, that's why it's saying that. So this is skipping is up to date already. I installed all of them. There is nothing to do. It's already done. Then you have to clone git repository, git clone, https github slash aircrack. This is a good repository. If you, sorry, github.com aircrack. Not only this chipset, you will get most of the chipset. If you go to the link, you will get the 8811 8816, most of the Realtek, all the Realtek drivers will available there for your Wi-Fi's. ng aircrack ng rtl 8812 au dot git. This is my Wi-Fi model, that's why I'm downloading that. Unable to access. So did I type something wrong here? Git clone github.com aircrack aircrack ngrtl 8812 au.git. Unable to access. Oh, sorry, we disconnected from our host system. That's why I do not have any internet connection. So this is the command, you have to do that. And then once you gone there, it will clone that, go to the cd rtl whatever it is, or directory. Then there is a command you need to install. That one is you need to run as a sudo as dkms install .sh. These commands will work on all the distributions on all the Linux, including Debian, Ubuntu, Kali, Fedora, BSSD. You can run these commands on any system. So it's not separate for each system. But in Arch Linux distribution, you can do that. If you go there, you will see that whatever the repositories or repositories is there. So that's why I'm suggesting, if you are using Arc or Black Arc, you can install from there. If you install Ubuntu or Kali, there is also some other repositories. You can install non-free softwares. When you click the non-free softwares on there, you can install these also. So that's how another thing I want to show. And next thing, how can you see, sometimes people will face the once you install these drivers, you will see that Wi-Fi's, but they are struggle to put that into monitor mode. So I'm going to show that how to put this one in monitor mode. First, if I should see that iwconfig, yeah, this is the command is iwconfig, to see what is your network cards doing in your here you can see the unassociated is not connected to any Wi-Fi at the moment, sorry, excuse me. And mode managed, you see that is a managed, is not in monitoring mode. So it is sorry, excuse me, mode is managed. So this is the one we need to change into monitor mode. The command first, what we have to do, we need to bring down the interface first. So we have to use, sorry, if you sometimes if you are in Arch Linux, iwconfig is not available. So you have to use pacman -s iw. So it will install all the iw tools and iw commands. So in Blackhawk, it is comes with all those tools. So this is 14 gig DVD. So you know that how much it's more than 2500 packages, softwares, whatever depend including dependencies, whatever you need, you will get most of the from the Blackhawk. But if you install fresh Arch Linux, this command not available. So you must install pacman -s iw. Okay. Then we need to bring down this interface first. So sudo if config the interface name wlp 0 s6 u2 down. We need to bring this down first. It is down now. Then we have to check, does it running, does this card used by any process? So you just airmon ng. These are the all the packages installed with Blackhawk in the beginning. So you don't need to worry about any of these packages to install. Airmon, sorry, airmon ng check kill. If is any process used to use this any process used this card, so we need to kill that. Sorry, is run as a root. That's it. You see that PID is PI process ID and names. So this code is already used by these two processes. One is network manager. You can see that on right hand side. Another is WPS supplicant. That is another network tool. Okay. Then we need to put that code into. It is down now at the moment. We need to put that code into monitor mode. If config the Wi-Fi is WLP 0 S6U2 and mode monitor. So sorry, we need to run this as a sudo. Okay, and okay. If config help gives usage information, what is happening here? If config gives usage information, mode monitor. Did I type anything wrong here? MONITOR. Sorry guys, as now I put the wrong command. This one is iwconfig. Sorry, not if config. Here I did the mistake. Okay, sudo iwconfig wlp0 s6u2 mode and monitor. So now it's changed to monitor mode. Then we bring up the interface. Come on. Yeah, it's done now. Then if config, sorry, sudo again, the interface is wlp 0 s6u2 and up. So we bring that one now. iwconfig, you can see that here you see that mode is monitor. So this is the main thing we need to change, and we can scan this we can scan the networks now. So this is the main change I want to show today's video, and the next video we can scan, but I'll show you how to scan this one first. But one thing I want to tell now, but in this 2020 still Wi-Fi cracks? No, it's only few things. Most of the enterprises are very strict. They're using Radius server, they're using TACACS, Cisco TACACS server. So it's very hard to find them. But still there is some weaknesses there. They're putting some honeypots access point. If you find any single access point with the vulnerability, they can enter into that companies. So they do sometimes, if it's most of the companies do some mistakes, and like a guest networks or like that is a WPA enterprise. But if you want to just play with any neighbors or any with your colleagues, you can use this one. But it is still, it takes, most of the people they're using lots of big passwords at the moment, but it takes very long time. Like sometimes if you have a good process like GPU, if you are using GPU on your host machine, it's quick. But if you are using laptop, it takes long time.